Okay, so now we will discuss funds. Okay. Three major funds of India, that is Consolidated Fund of India, Contingency Fund of India, and Public Accounts of India. So now first we will discuss about Consolidated Fund of India. Under Article 266 subclause 1, there shall be establishment of Consolidated Fund of India. Okay, fund is there, right? So amount will be credited as well as the amount will be debited. So regarding this fund, all the government of India receipt will be credited to this fund, and all the payment or expenditure of the government of India will be debited from this fund. Whatever the central government is receiving the amount in the form of revenue, taxes, non-taxes revenue, and by raising the loans. Okay, so all those are receipt of the government. So that receipt will be a part of this Consolidated Fund of India, and it will be credited. Even if the central government has given a loan to the state government and state government has repaid the loan amount, so that loan amount is also credited to this fund. Okay, so in short, the receipt of the government of India will be credited to this fund, and the expenditure of the government of India, all the authorized expenditure or all the authorized payment of government of India will be debited from this fund. But remember, regarding this fund, expenditure cannot be made without the approval of Parliament. That means Appropriation Act. First, expenditure has to be made, then put for demand for grant, then based upon the demand approved or accepted, then appropriation bill has to be prepared, then that bill has to be passed. Appropriation bill become Appropriation Act. That act authorized to make the payment from this fund. Okay, expenditure. Then CAG is there, na? Controller and Auditor General of India. CAG will audit the Consolidated Fund of India. Okay, so in this fund only there are two types of expenditure. One is charge expenditure and another is made expenditure. Two types of expenditure are there. Now what is charge expenditure? Charge expenditure is a non-votable. Then what is that? Only one time the expenditure will be discussed. Only one time the expenditure will be discussed, and on a regular interval of time the expenditure will be made from that account. Now take an example of salary of MP, right? One time only the MP salary will be discussed and made the act. Okay, only one time. Then every month the salary will be deducted from this Consolidated Fund of account, debited from this account, and it will credited to the salary account of MPs. Right, salary of MP, salary of President, Vice President, and salary and pension of judges of Supreme Court, and the pension of judges of High Court. You're understanding? So that type of expenditure are charge expenditure or non-votable expenditure. Every time it should not vote. Then we have made expenditure. Made expenditure means the demand for grant which is made by the minister during the budgets. Okay, so those are an example of made expenditure. So regarding made expenditure, each and every time voting has to be done. Without voting, the payment or amount cannot be debited from Consolidated Fund of India. You are understanding? Right. They can ask the president's salary is a charge expenditure or a made expenditure, prime minister's salary, like that type of question it can be asked in prelims exam. So you must know what is charge expenditure and what is made expenditure. In simple language, charge is non-votable and made is every time it is a votable. Okay, then next, Contingency Fund of India. So this fund has been established. In Constitution under Article 267, it is mentioned that there shall be a Contingency Fund of India. There shall be a Contingency Fund of India. Why? To meet the unforeseen expenditure. To meet unforeseen expenditure. Right. So based upon that article, that Parliament has enacted one act, that is Contingency Fund of India Act. Based upon that act, one fund is enacted, that is Contingency Fund of India under Article 261 subclause 1. Got it? And this fund is having nearly a corpus of 30,000 crore rupees. This fund is having a corpus of 30,000 crore rupees. Please remember, regarding the Contingency Fund of India, that fund is held by the Finance Secretary. Fund will be held by whom? Finance Secretary. But who will make advances from this fund? President of India. President of India will make advances or made expenditure from this fund. Why? Same thing, to meet unforeseen expenditure. Okay. Once again, what is that? This fund will be held by whom? Finance Secretary. And who will make the advances from this fund? President of India. Okay. Now, what is the source of this fund? Consolidated Fund of India we have seen, that is the source. Now, what is the source of Contingency Fund of India? Every year, 500 crore or any amount which is decided by the House. So, that will be, okay, transfer from Consolidated Fund of India to Contingency Fund of India. So, that is the source of Contingency Fund of India. What is the source of Contingency Fund of India? Consolidated Fund of India. Okay, amount it can be vary, depends upon the situation. Okay, so here it helps the executives. It helps the executive to meet the unforeseen expenditure during natural calamities. 2020 Corona or floods like situation in any state or any region, right, where it is an emergency. Okay, and fund is required on emergency basis. They cannot introduce the bill now in Parliament and wait for the bill to pass. Such a type of things won't be there here, voting procedure. Okay, so emergency situation is there. Executive can use the amount from this fund. Got it? So this is about Contingency Fund of India. Consolidated Fund we discuss, Contingency Fund we discuss. Now we will discuss about Public Accounts of India. Public Accounts of India under Article 266 subclause 2. Subclause 1 is Consolidated Fund of India. Okay. So what is that Public Accounts of India? Government, you know, government receive the public money. Possibility, probability, example, PF fund, Provident Fund is there, right? Or postal office deposit. Postal office deposits are there, right? Don't you think so? Or judicial, this one, deposits. Judicial deposit, see, fund deposits, Provident Fund deposit, judicial deposit, saving bank deposit, departmental deposit, or remittances. Right. So generally, this central government will receive the public money. Public money. So that public money will be credited to or kept in public accounts of India. Okay. And this account is operated by executive action. Okay, that means the payment from this fund can be made by the executive without the parliamentary approval. And generally payment is in banking transaction. Okay, and audit will be done by the CAC. Understand? So here if you observe, we have a three fund. Consolidated Fund of India, receive and expenditure of the government. Contingency Fund of India, expenditure, not receive, na? Receive from Consolidated Fund of India. So for Contingency Fund of India, expenditure to meet the unforeseen expenditures like natural calamities. And Public Accounts of India means public money. And this money has to return by the government. I hope you know that. Even the judicial deposits are there, na? For bail and all those things. The government will return those money with interest. Provident Fund also, the government will return the money with interest. Right? So this is a, day-to-day administration part of it, we can say that. So approval of Parliament is not required for each and every time. Not each and every time, it is not at all required. Understood? So this is about funds of India.